Our group project is on promoting management strategies for colic in babies. Our group members are Kayla, Avery, Tanner, Michaela, and Carly.
We chose 3 phases of intervention. The first phase is awareness, our second is education, and our third is direction.
With this first phase of intervention, we will be discussing definition, frequency, and symptoms of colic. Awareness is an important phase as it sets the groundwork for what parents need to be looking for with a colicky baby.
Colic is a frequent, prolonged, and intense crying or fussiness in a healthy infant. It is most common in the first 6 weeks of life and typically ends between 3 and 6 months of age.
Colic occurs in 1 in 4 babies. It can occur more than 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, and it can last longer than 3 weeks.
Some common signs and symptoms to look for include intense crying and gassiness. Once the child stops crying, they are typically able to pass gas. To aid with this, there is a medicine you can give the child in an attempt to reduce the gas reflux. The child may also have a tense appearance. With this, they may have clenched fists and arms. In addition to these, the child may be inconsolable with a reddening face. When they are inconsolable, they will continue to cry regardless of what you do. This causes an increased stress, in which will lead to the reddening of their face. You may also notice specific body positions that the child assumes during a colic episode, like the child's knees being bent to their chest. All of these things can contribute to the lack of sleep a colicky baby experiences. This last photo shows the different signs and symptoms one may see with a colicky baby.
With the second phase of intervention, we will be discussing the proposed cause and current protocols. Education is an important phase as it demonstrates the possible causes why a baby can experience colic and what to do about it.
Some proposed causes are gut microbiota imbalances, childhood migraines, overfeeding, food allergies, lack of the ability to self-soothe, as well as stress and anxiety. All of these are contributions to the colic presentation of babies.
There are multiple different protocols to help with colic. However, all of the current protocols are based off soothing techniques, as there is no real treatment. We selected 6 of these to go over in more detail.
The first protocol category is positional. Currently, there are a few different positions to hold the baby in order to relieve some GI pressure. The first position is to hold in a C position, also known as the colic curl position. The top right photo shows the forward colic curl. The bottom left shows the colic curl in reverse. An additional position that can be helpful includes the arm drape, which is seen in the top right. The last position or movement is leg pumping, which is seen in the bottom right.
The next category involves soothing sounds and activities. Parents can start by having soft lighting and playing soothing sounds or music. Newborns can have trouble adjusting to new environments, so this is found to be beneficial. A few other things parents can do are take the infant for a walk, car rides, or place them in an infant swing.
The last category is to make changes in the maternal diet. There are a few things you can alter to the maternal diet in case of a food allergy. Some ways to change it is to avoid caffeine, chocolate, dairy products, and nuts, especially if you are breastfeeding. Keeping track of what you eat is also very important, so you want to avoid anything that the baby is allergic to. The mother can also alter their feeding practices, starting with feeding the baby in an upright position. A few other ways to do this, especially if you are bottle feeding, are to feed the baby smaller meals, change or alter the temperature of the formula, and to slow down the feeding process.
With this third phase of intervention, we'll be discussing ways to report and support the colic community. Direction is an important phase as it demonstrates what we will need to do with the information and how we can support parents through this process.
Our group wants to implement the idea of an online one-stop shop to everything colic. It should include all the phases of interventions and more. Reporting is a very important step and will be very beneficial to parents as it can discuss the successful and unsuccessful protocols to colic. The second part of the direction is support, introducing online and in-person support groups where parents can receive tips and tricks from others who are going through the same thing, as well as advice from the medical community and chiropractors.
These are resources used in our presentation. Thank you for listening to our presentation on promoting management strategies for colic in babies.